Hey Cancer, my Cancer seekers. How are you guys doing? Happy Pagan New Year. It's just the equinox that fell right on the Libra full moon. It was beautiful. I feel like the beginning of 2019 was just an extension of 2018. Honestly, I do feel the new energy coming in with the spring and that now 2019 is kicking in. Welcome to the Existential Shift. My name is Morgane. By the way, in case you're new and you're not familiar, I should probably say that. In case you haven't yet or you're not familiar, I did 2019 Ministers of Magic, which is an extended for the yearly 2019. I generally see this as the new year energy-wise. And even though 3 months have passed when it comes to the yearly extended, still we have 9 more months, and I did reduce the prices. So if you want to check out your energy for this coming year, it's actually dissected by the month. So you can check it out. I will link it below alongside other things like a way to book a private reading with me, which is super easy. You can be anywhere on the globe and book a session. Okay? And yeah, I mean, other stuff I'll leave to the end. I'll talk about my Tarot Masterclass and of course this extended, but we'll keep it to the end. Okay. Cancer seeker. I love you guys so much. You know it. You guys are such great advocates for me. I can't stress my gratitude enough. Everything that you do. Like your comments, your likes, your subscriptions, obviously, and the way you guys are supportive of me on Vimeo. Okay. Cancer for April. Tarot scope for the month of April, please. For Aries season. I love Aries season. It gives me so much, fire and energy. Especially now after the retrograde in Pisces, that was rigorous. Yeah, that was drowning in our past, drowning in our subconscious. Even when we were active and working and doing and up and about, there was still such a heavy dimension parallel to us that was so immersed in just so much emotional and spiritual goo. It was just really, really heavy, and I was fatigued. I was exhausted. But now I feel a lot better, energy-wise. Like I feel like the cardinal fire affects me in a very good way. Let's see how it affects you guys. I'm just shuffling, waiting for the cards to drop. In case you're wondering, these are the vice versa cards. So they have 2 sides to them. Okay. And they're super cool. All right, energies for my Cancerian seekers. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, intuitively guided. If you're here, it's for you. Resonate, it's for you. 2 of Wands. Looking forward, not looking back. Some of us Cancerians are... It's almost like you can't look back even if you wanted to. It's like... Even though some of us might still seemingly be in the same place, our mindset is different, right? This past 12, 13 months has really pulled a number on us. Something in the neurotransmitters and the way they process and exchange information and move and transfer information between the cells and the lobes is different. It's different running shoes, different paper, different language. And it will never ever be the same. They used to say that cells can't be developed, like brain cells and human body cells. What we have is what we have, and once it dies, it goes away. That's actually been proven to be wrong. Human beings can develop new brain cells. Ace of Wands. And I feel like some of us have been developing literally a whole new set of brain cells. Not because there was something wrong before that. Don't get me wrong. This is not to shade the ways of thinking that has served you guys, has served us. It was proper for that time, for that persona. It held us through the lessons, the karmas, just life in general. And this, I don't even see it as evolution, honestly. Because I don't see the past as bad or wrong. It's like when people are like, oh, I thought this was the real thing. I thought she or he were the one. I was so in love, and now it didn't work out, and it's over. What's wrong with me? How did I not see it? It was all a lie. It must have not been what I thought it was. It was exactly what you thought it was. It was exactly how you felt it to be. And then it run its due. It served its cause, and next. Thank you. Next. I love that song. Thank you. Next. When she's grateful for every single person that she's been with because they've taught her so much, the fact that it's over and next doesn't mean that it was wrong. It was perfect for that time being. And that 2 Wands, Ace of Wands thing, guys, there's a lot of power here. A lot of power of inertia that some of you are now setting into movement in your life. And I'm not sensing fear anymore, which is interesting because as Cancerians, it's very, very hard for that energy to let go of the past because it's the mother. No mother lets go of her children. It doesn't matter if they move on, move away, get married, have new life. They will always be her children, right? So Cancer is that mother. There's a reason why Cancerians have a difficult time with letting go emotionally. This is not shading. It's just what it is. It's okay. It's good. It's loving. But that's the transmutation that I'm feeling right now. It's so much fire. Like the Wands, 2 of Wands, Ace of Wands, that's fire energy. There's the sun in here, and there's the lightning in here, and it's just like there's like this buzzing effect. Eye-opening buzzing effect. It's very fiery. It's almost like the waters are now making room for the fire element in you. The tides. So sometimes ocean levels are high and they cover the sand and they cover the shore, and sometimes they retrieve and they're low. And they expose the land, they expose the earth, they expose the sand. And they allow the sun to, I don't want to say scorn it, but kind of sizzle the earth. Kind of in a way that reminds us that life is ticking, okay? When we're walking barefoot on the shore and the sand is wet and watery, it's very immersive in the present and somewhat in the past, right? It's very nostalgic, romantic, esoteric kind of energy. But when we're walking barefoot on hot, steamy sand, and it burns us a little bit, we feel the sensation of it in the present, but we're also rushed forward because we know that if we stay still in the same spot, then we will really feel the heat. And it's almost like something is burning in your feet. Your feet are like burning to move. Not like pain or bad or danger. It's like this sizzling heat, fire that burns underneath your feet, and like you have to be in motion right now. You have to be in motion right now, and you're like, okay. I hope that makes any sense. Walking on fire, Cancer. walking on fire, and it feels damn good in April. Four of Pentacles. Now look what's interesting. It came out like this. The other side of it, look what he has to his feet. Fire. We see him turning his back to us. We don't necessarily understand why, but he's looking forward into the horizon. And that's the thing that makes him do that. Look, you can't make this shit up. You can't plan this. Oh, I'm sorry for my fingers. I train karate, for those of you who don't know. And yesterday I punched this punching sack that was very, very rugged. Like the rugged sizzling sand. Instead, my feet, though, it's my hands, and it really kind of scorned through my skin. I'm not in pain. I'm not feeling it. It's just like, just to explain why I'm like that. It's interesting that in this deck, this card has the four alchemical symbols for the four elements. Okay, so here we have air, earth, water, fire, and earth. I'm gonna take this Four of Pentacles a little bit differently than how I would normally translate the Four of Pentacles from its technical interpretation. Because I got both cards, with their back to us and kind of facing forward. I feel you guys are really turning your back to a lot of things. And it has nothing to do with those things. I don't think there's anything wrong with those things that you're turning your back to. I think it's just the fire at your feet is calling you to move forward, and the elements are just luring you to face ahead, to look ahead. And you're so lured and allured and intrigued and drawn by them that there is no back. And there's a lot you're taking with you. You're taking with you knowledge. You're taking with you experience. A lot of it is due and thanked to the people that were involved in your past. Don't freak out, guys. It's not like I'm seeing, maybe some of you, but it's not like I'm seeing you guys just disappearing from the world and going. It's so inner. Like, interactions are just not going to be the same anymore, and relationships are not going to be the same anymore because you're not the same anymore. Everything will sound and feel different. Look what we have here. Beautiful. Wow. Two of Cups and Seven of Cups. I'm getting that there is a vision or a fantasy or a dream that is the thing that has some of you kind of looking ahead. You understand that there's something waiting for you that is so much better and greater than anything you've felt before. I'm getting something really emotionally big for some of you that you want to make room for. You're not entirely, like, it starts with a vision, a dream, or just a sensation that something is going to manifest, from being amorphic an amorphic sensation or an intuition to something very real. Venus is really involved in this. Venus Aphrodite. It's the same. Venus is the Roman equivalent to the Greek Aphrodite. You know, they say that Aphrodite doesn't have a mother because she was born from the semen of Cronus, her father, Cronus Uranus. I'm not going to go into the gruesome story of it, how his sons, Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, wanted to take over. Well, I am going into the details, I guess. Okay, they wanted to take over the earth because he was Father Earth, Father of Life, Father Sky. And they're like, oh, we want to be bosses. So, to make a long story short, they cut off his testicles and exiled him, thus making him the god of time, aka the hermit. I'm not going into it, it's too much. But, okay, so Zeus got a hold of the sky, Poseidon got a hold of the sea, and Hades got a hold of the underworld. Great. But amidst all this drama, father-son's drama, and who's going to rule, when his testicles were torn, his semen dropped into the ocean. And with combination with the sea foam, it gave birth to, see here, look her, Aphrodite. So seemingly she doesn't have a mother, she was born from the ocean. But what is the ocean? I think Aphrodite's, Venus's mother, is the ocean. Hi, Cancer. What are you giving birth to in the midst of a battle? From the concrete comes a flower. From the chaotic sea comes Aphrodite. And here comes you, giving birth to what? So you are in the story, the ocean that gives birth to an Aphrodite, I don't know, probably a love connection. And this is you walking on fire. I think you guys are really, a lot of you are really stepping toward into your the higher expression of, you know, of your zodiac. Okay. Every zodiac has evolved and devolved, has the journey and has the ultimate goal. The journey of the Cancer is to emotionally feel, but to also let go, because it's water. They are everything. They contain everything, but they're also in constant flow, right? And I'm getting you guys learning how to, okay, you've been doing the wave thing that holds the earth, but now you're also doing the, you know, the tides thing of retrieving back, which isn't being subordinate, which isn't giving up. It's just flowing into a different direction. It's not that when you flow on top of the beach or the shore, then you have it and it's yours, and then if you pull back, then you're at a loss. No. Don't look at it as pulling back. Look at it as just turning around and swimming back, swimming towards the ocean. And I hope I'm not losing you guys or confusing you guys. I'm just being very I'm using metaphors and analogies to express that I think a lot of you are really discovering your true power. That is of love and that is of passion, but that is also of freedom. Respecting your own freedom, respecting someone else's freedom. And from there, something really, really beautiful can happen. Like a fantasy coming true. I think I'm getting, especially from the Seven of Cups, from specifically this card, intuitively, that Someone is dreaming you, Cancer. Whether they know you or not, they are dreaming you. And I think because you were so busy on trying to live a certain dream, you couldn't really manifest as a reality into this person's life. But now something about you retrieving your waves from the shore back into the ocean or towards the ocean kind of allows you to be back in the pool of the realm of the esoteric, of the dream world, where from there, who was born? Aphrodite. What do I mean by that? I'm sorry if I'm confusing some of you. Okay. A dream is about to come true that you didn't know you had. A dream is about to come true that you didn't know you had. Possibly because it was in someone else's head and you were a part of it. You were a character in their story. You just didn't know. And now that you stepped in, regardless, into the essence of that character, you've become in a way that character, it could finally click. You could finally actually enter that realm of their dream and make it real. We're always thinking, oh, this person needs to wake up. Oh, this person needs to still go through another journey to grow and, to be able to understand me and understand this. It's so arrogant to think that everybody else needs to wake up and we're so evolved. Let me tell you something, Cancerians. Some of you out there may have been thinking someone else needs to evolve, while this entire time it was you. It wasn't you waiting on them, it was them waiting on you. But hey, good news, here you are. Here you are, Cancer. The fantasy notion of Aphrodite became mortal and real, thus able to meet this guy halfway. Because this guy, was dreaming her. But she was busy being, am I the ocean? Am I the fire? Who needs to wake up and be worthy of me? And she kind of forgot that she's the one who needs to, be born from the foam and from the semen of Uranus. And Uranus entered into Taurus. I like how the analogy clicks. Okay, let's pull out some more cards. Your reading is always like taking to other realms. Okay, Queen of Wands. So regal. Oh, I feel bad with my injured crooked hands. I'm sorry. And then there was fire again. Okay, so we have this Ace of Wands here, held by a masculine hand. And here we have the Ace of Wands again, held by a feminine hand. Sit in your throne. Keep your eyes closed. Harness that energy. Know what it is that you're doing, what it is that is being born within you. And when it will be right, the energy will tell you. Then you will open your eyes and there he will be. Or she will be. And I really want you to see this. Seemingly two very different cards, right? We have the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Wands. But look what happens when I put them together. This top and this top seem to be connecting together quite beautifully into one tree. And it's like they're both in this atmosphere of, like in the woods. Now he's looking into this open-eyed fantasy And she's very real, sitting but with her eyes closed. You guys are right in front of each other. It's hard for me to explain. You guys are right in front of each other. I think this is just strengthening what I was saying. When someone will step up into her or his, when this fire energy steps into their royal, regal self, that's when they will open their eyes and see the person that is waiting on them, that is dreaming them. It's like two people are dreaming each other and they just need to wake up and see that they're right next to each other. I think some of you are having someone right under their nose. Maybe it's not under your nose like someone you specifically know. Obviously it could be, but this could be someone in your environment that you're not aware of. Maybe like your daily work habits. Not sure. Yes, it could be someone that you're involved with or have. I don't. Of course. But I'm getting a very new 3D energy that will occur, but it will be based on a very existing, already deep 5D energetic spiritual energy. And I hope that makes any sense for you guys. This is just a lot. I'm getting like a lot of I'm trying to speak in metaphors to the sensations that I'm getting, and it's a little bit confusing for me as well, so I can only imagine you out there listening to me be like, what is she saying? Okay. Let's pull out some more cards to kind of try and mold it together, and then I'll show you your extended. My Cancer seekers, please show me more for the month of April. Oh, I can't. Like, really? The world? I'm getting emotional right now because not only that they communicate with each other so well, these cards, the story that they're telling is so beautiful. How do I always get such magical readings with you guys? I'm being drawn to speak of this eagle in the world card. In the world card, as do in the Wheel of Fortune, by the way, just not specifically in this deck. Oh, it wanted to come like that. Not specifically in this deck, but like in most traditional tarot decks, in the Wheel of Fortune, we will see the 4 fixed signs. In this case, we can see them very well in here. So we have Taurus, the fixed earth, the Leo, the fixed fire, the Aquarian, the fixed air, and the Scorpio, the fixed water. Now, notice something interesting. Have you ever wondered why Scorpio is being portrayed as an eagle? Not just in this deck, always. Because even though eagle is fire and air together, right? And Scorpio is very fixed water. Scorpio's evolution, the evolved aspect, the spiritual ideal evolution of the Scorpio energy is the eagle. From the from the depths of the water to the highest of the sky. The eagle is the king of the sky, right? Very much Zeus, the king of the heavens. And Zeus is the emperor, which we always give Aries to the card of the emperor, but a lot of people don't know that in more classic, more old school traditional tarot, the emperor was associated with Scorpio. The king of the sky is very much a scorpionic energy. And it's water that become royal. And here we have Cancer, right? Remember everything I said in the beginning? Becoming royal, fire royal. And when we had this analogy of how the water make room for the sizzling fiery sand. And this whole water fire kind of thing is very much alchemy. Alchemy many times is being symbolized as um, merging water and fire, which is seemingly impossible because those are very different elements. But we have here, the Scorpio going eagle, which is water going fire. There's an alchemical, what I'm trying to say, my God, is that there's an alchemical process here with you guys, where you're going from your mundane expression of yourself to the royal expression of yourself. To evolved. When I say royal, I can see I can see how it triggers people. I'm like, oh, it's very superficial. But it's not about that. It's not about the gown and the jewelry when I say royal. It's about your soul being at its almighty self, okay? And yes, there's nothing wrong with being royal. There's no shame with that, okay? The royal family in tarot, the court cards are the bridge between the 3D and the 5D, between the mortals and the immortal major arcanas, okay? It's great. Be happy to be like that and stop shaming yourself. Jesus, just enjoy it. Sorry. And the world card, this is how I'm trying to connect things. Sorry, I'm just getting so much, I'm trying to process it myself. The world card is also the card of the soulmate union, okay? Of the being completely wholesome within oneself. And obviously, next to the Two of Cups, it can definitely be expressed as a partnership that is very wholesome. So whoever is dreaming you guys, or you're dreaming them, their soul is on the right path. It knows what it's seeking. A long time ago, I had a Cancerian video. I called it That Which You Seek is Seeking You. And I feel like that energy from last year is now coming back to manifest, because back then it was the energies that started to initiate it. You went into this portal of energy, of karmic situations, that it was like a tunnel, or more sort of a black hole, that you felt like you were pulled into and losing yourself, when in fact you suddenly came out the other side. Right now you're coming out the other side being like, oh, it's actually flying. I didn't die. It didn't kill me. Okay, I'll share it with you guys because it reminds me of this. Yesterday I had an amazing conversation with someone I train with, who is a double major in physics and in neuroscience. So it's like high scientists. And we got into this wonderful conversation about how spirituality and science are actually the same things, only in different languages. And we start talking about all kinds of phenomenons that are, both known in the spiritual community as spiritual, but also in the scientific community. For example, the notion of parallel universes. It's a thing in physics. It's very scientific. You can check it. It's not like a hoo-ha, something we believe in, maybe yes, maybe no. It's a yes, okay? There are parallel universes. And we were talking about that, and also we got into a conversation from there about black holes in space, where we see them as something that just takes, and then whatever goes in and disappears for eternity, and who knows. But I was like, well, maybe it's just a portal between those parallel universes, and you only feel like you're being sucked into this black hole of nothingness, but then it's like it just sucks you in, but then you come from the other side being like in a whole new world. and you're like flying, like, oh, look at these sky, it's actually beautiful. This is very much the Scorpio becoming the eagle. This is very much the Cancer becoming, I don't want to say a different fire zodiac. It's not the crab becoming the eagle. Okay? Like you found yourself, if you're finding yourself sitting on this throne, Cancer, it's okay. Close your eyes a little bit, breathe it in. But when you feel the pull or the push to open your eyes and see this person in front of you or this thing in front of you, do it. I know I'm speaking such riddles. I don't mean to. Either way, this is a gorgeous reading, and I don't think we need anything else. But for the sake of the extended, so, okay. No, I can't make this up. Hi, Aphrodite. Remember, this is the Ace of Cups. This is her. Right here, before the Two of Cups, this is her, which led to the Two of Cups, okay? When you are wholesome and divine within yourself, that is the thing that allows the other individual to see you fully. Now, if you guys are already in a relationship, and so this doesn't speak to you, maybe it's you guys just awakening into seeing yourself for what you fully are, or you're just going through this process internally and rediscovering yourself, and that's also beautiful. Because this is not even, this is not a reading for career or for even mundane type of dating. This is so like out there in the spiritual realm. I just feel like you guys know that you're tapped into this very sorcerous like energy and transformation, alchemy, and you're like, I feel like I don't need to tell you how your life should be or will be. Like, I feel like all I need to tell you is that you're ready to be the author and the narrator of your own story and your own new world. You do what I'm supposed to do for you. You do it for yourself because you can now. I'm just giving you the, the confirmation. We have two aces. One very masculine ace, the Ace of Wands, one very feminine ace, the Ace of Cups. This is, I know I've been talking for a year almost on divine union and something, a very powerful love connection, and I don't know if it actually manifested for some of you guys. I know some of you guys have been taking a detour into something that you thought might be it, but then it turned out to be not it. It was just a part of the karmic journey, of that black hole that you needed to go into in order to find yourself on the other side. But I feel like now this is actually starting to show itself. So if not in the next month, then definitely soon. It's just here. Okay. In the extended, I'm going to keep the two aces, the two twos, which are repetitions, and obviously the major. Okay? So we have 11, 22, and 21, the world. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Speaking of portals, that's a major portal in numerology. Okay, so that's how I'll start the extended with. And then I'll move on to do a Celtic cross, which will be a brand new reading. And then I'll finish up with messages, a rune reading, a Celtic runes reading for you guys. I'm going to do this right now, and the link for that is below, so I will see you there. If not, then I will see you in May. I did make a buy all option to make it super affordable and easy for those of you who want to watch several placements and cross-watching. So take that under consideration if you want to watch more than one video. Okay, Tarot Masterclass. I have done tons of new classes and videos, and I've added them to the page. I will link that below as well, of course. For those of you who are not familiar, I have an online tarot masterclass. Each tarot card receives its own video, and I do classes that also connects the dots between the different cards and interaction between the cards and so on. I just finished a couple weeks ago to do all the court cards as well. So we have all the minor arcanas and all the royal family. And in the next month, I will start uploading the majors. So this is a great opportunity for you guys to learn what is there right now and to make yourself ready for the finale. And for those of you who don't want to become tarotis, it's also perfectly fine if you just want to know specific cards that came out in a certain spread. You can choose 1, 2, or 10, or 20. You can download whichever you want, how many as you want. You choose the type of process you want to go through. This is great for beginners, and it's also great for intermediate and for professional tarot readers. I'm giving my whole knowledge of the tarot over there, so it's pretty wholesome on many levels. So check that out if you want to. Follow me on Instagram. It's the Existential Shift. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love to have you join my tribe of seekers. And thank you so much for your support. As usual, go back if you want to go back to your March readings, because we're in the midst of the energies right now. So kind of, look at the advice and the guidance from today's point of view. And do you, boo. Love you. Bye.